Hey, welcome to another RobVlog. Very excited. You have no idea. Just got back from being out with my lovely lady. She needed to get a new phone, so if you hear my phone going off, that would be her being a little excited, you know, new shiny toy. So she's discovered the much greater array of emoticons. So I'm getting, she found it, her phone now has poo. She can send me poo. I don't know that that's a good thing, but it made her laugh. So what am I gonna do about that? So yeah, if you hear it going off over and over and over again, that is why. Obviously I'm not gonna turn it off because this is just informal. I'm just vlogging here, people, but I gotta get a drink because it is warm out and I need liquids. I already had to take a day off work because, as far as I could tell, I think it was from dehydration. I ended up, you know, vomiting and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, this isn't good. So I took a day off and literally spent the entire day drinking water. And yeah, so I'm back into regular mode, but the reason for this video is not to tell you that my girlfriend got a phone, though I'm sure she's happy to see me tell you. I don't know if she's happy. Maybe she didn't want you to know. Spoopy-doo, boopy-doo. I didn't say anything. If she says, how did you find out that I got a new phone? You didn't hear it from me. But, whatever. She watches the video, she knows. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I got a package! And this is the reason why I'm excited. This is something I've been waiting for a while now. Now, for those of you who know Blu-ray and DVD and movies and collecting, know that there's a company out there called Code Red. The guy's based out of the US, and he puts out a lot of very obscure films, though he does have, from what I can tell, he has a few like big name films coming up soon, some Italian films that you might know. They put out the other Pit Stop. There's the Arrow US version of Pit Stop, and then their version of Pit Stop. He licensed it from, you know, Corman, and Arrow got it from the director. Why the director thinks he has the rights to his own film, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Roger Corman and the fact that he had the internegatives like means something. So I'm not going to get into the debate which Pit Stop is the one you should get. Pick whichever you want. Neither company is going to sue the other company. Both know what's happening. You know, that's their thing to deal with. You as a consumer get to pick which one you want to get and enjoy it that way. But yeah, so they've put out a lot of movies, including Just Before Dawn and I don't think I have any. I don't have any right around me. I do have a couple of other titles, but I got them from other collectors, you know, through Kijiji and stuff. I don't have a lot, and there's a reason for that. He essentially self-distributes. He used to way back in the day. I think he, along with, partnered up with other things, maybe with Shriek Show and other things, and he had titles in stores. I mean, he has some stuff that's Best Buy exclusives and such, right? So over the course, I mean, he's been around since, you know, DVD, since I knew about DVD, essentially. And it was one of those things where, you know, he just eventually got burned by it. And decided, I guess, to take it in-house and do it himself. And then eventually he got burned that way. He used to have just, you know, like a regular he had a big cartel store online. He still does. And he would sell through that, but I'm guessing as the story goes, he got burned by a bunch of international sellers who would basically keep saying, oh, I got my discs, they're damaged, oh, I got my discs, they don't work. So he'd have to keep sending out these discs. and and eating not just the cost of the disc, well, the second disc, but the shipping as well, because that's good customer service, I guess, right? But it was happening so often, sometimes to the same people, and he was finding that a lot of people who were buying his stuff were resellers, knowing that it was hard to get his titles. So he'd have people, ordering multiples, and he doesn't really like that. He doesn't like seeing his stuff up on eBay when, he's selling it, right? So he's an interesting fellow. He's very, very interesting. Nice enough guy if you are honest with him and such like that. He doesn't take criticism very, very well. He's been doing this for a long time, so to try and tell him how to do his business is I mean, it's pointless. He will listen to you. He will listen to you, but he will only go so far, right? And one of the problems is because he was burned by all those international stuff, he won't sell out of the U.S. now. Like, he will not ship outside of the U.S. Even being in Canada, where I am, he won't ship to us. Now, that's a problem, because he has a lot of titles that you can only get through him. So, I had thought about, getting somebody, one of the YouTubers and such, who's in the US, to essentially pick some stuff up for me whenever it came around and to ship it to me. And that's what I was going to do. But then Diabolique DVD, which is a retailer, they tended to buy a lot of Code Red titles, and they would buy 50 copies at a time. The problem is when they get there, it doesn't take long. Usually less than a day, and they're all sold out. And so if you're not ready and you're not on the ball, or if you don't have the funds right away, you can miss out. So you often miss out on these Code. I think I've gotten some Code Red titles from Diabolique before. But that being said, if it's not there, the only other place that I know of really to get it is, well, other than eBay and resellers, is via the Code Red Big Cartel site. So it's sketchy as to when it's up and when it's down. He is a one-man operation, so essentially when he gets a certain amount of orders and such, he will shut down the store so that he can put out those orders and actually ship them. And it could take him an entire week to just do from one day of being opened. So it's gotten a little hard to figure out when you can buy stuff. He's getting better. I think he's essentially opening it on weekends and then shipping during the week and doing his regular stuff during the week. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so what I had to do is I wanted to order some stuff, and I noticed he had opened up the store once before, and what has happened is his brother, who used to have Scorpion Releasing, had their own Big Cartel store, but he shut that down, other stuff that he was doing. And so what he's done is he's given a bunch of titles to, Code Red DVD, and Code Red's Bill is selling it on his site. And some of those titles are out of print. Some of the Code Red titles are out of print. Some of them are limited editions, hard to find. And so it was like, you know what, I got to jump on this, and I got to jump on this now, because some of them, I don't know, I've never seen, well, I have seen them previously, but I haven't seen them in forever, and the price tag on them is going through the roof. So I signed up for, I looked into first shipping platforms that, if you're in the States, they're intermediaries, essentially. You ship to them, they ship it to you, so that if the company will not ship outside of the US, you can still get stuff internationally, essentially. And some of them I looked into and, didn't like what they were doing. Essentially, they tacked on the custom charges and all that kind of stuff right off the bat. And I'm like, honestly, I'm paying shipping to get to you, then shipping to get to me. I don't need to pay for automatic customs charges and brokerage fees. I'll take my chances. And taxes, that was the other thing, taxes. Some of them, they will add the taxes on. I'm like, hello, I'm buying something from the States. I don't want no freaking sales tax. So I looked around, and eventually I found a company, and it was reship.com. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to use them. I had to do a $5 open an account fee. Whatever, I guess this is, you know, them saying, you know what, if you want to deal with us, you know, we don't want any people just opening up a whole bunch of accounts and never using us type thing. This guarantees that you're wanting to use them. So, opened them up, placed an order with Code Red, had it shipped to reship. It got to reship, no problem. Now I've just been waiting for the reship to come to Canada, and it's finally here. So let's open up, after that big story, let's open up and I can show you exactly what I got. I'm so stoked to get this stuff. Man, trusty knife, don't forget. Gotta mention my trusty knife. My trusty knife is a Mastercraft Canadian Tire brand knife. So, it's cool. It's like a card box. So, there are DVDs in here and Blu-rays. Very nicely packed. No, you know, bubble wrap or anything, because this box literally fit the entire order exactly. So, let's do the DVDs first. First one here is something I didn't even know until it was ever made. I've never even heard of this show, but it was on the big cartel site. So I think it was only $5. Yeah, I'll pull up the little. Okay, it's not really an invoice. Invoice, yeah, $5, and that is Wombling free. This is 92 minutes long. It's from 1978. It's a feature film based on a popular BBC children's series. So, yeah, it's got David Tomlinson in it, who, if you know who he is, he was in Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Yeah, it's nuts. It's got... oh, here you go. Featuring, I guess these are the Womblings, the voices of John Pertwee. Doctor Who? Anybody? No? Or Lionel Jeffries. Ooh. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Yeah, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So yeah, I'm... Honestly, I have nothing. I just saw it and I saw the price and I was like, here, take a look at that. I had, you know what? I was curious. I had to find out what it was. So the other thing I got, this is a Code Red release, only on DVD, though it may get a Blu-ray release, but it is the hardly ever before seen Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker, and yeah. This was one of the titles I really wanted to get from Code Red. Now, I will do the Code Red titles first that I picked up. First is The Redeemer on Blu-ray. Again, something that was... the cover's awesome, and then just give you a shot of the back there. Next up, classic. I got this on VHS. You know, it's actually one of my previous... I'm not linking to it. A previous video I managed to find it. I think it was at a pawn shop or Salvation Army or something. Savage Streets. Awesome. A film I don't know that I've ever seen. Cover is very low res type thing, but yeah. Lady Stay Dead. I think it's an Australian film. And I love me some exploitation, let me tell you. And then I had to get this. It's a Lucio Fulci's Voices from Beyond. I believe this is a limited edition as well. I think all of these were limited editions, essentially. So yeah, Fulci got it. You know, I want all of them. I want them all. And then the next two are from Scorpion Releasing. And he has a whole bunch of Scorpion stuff on there. Some of the stuff is available up here. You can get it from like HMV and independent stores, but it's getting harder and harder to find because usually it's like you may get one copy into a store, and meanwhile you can order them in through HMV, but the price can be, you know, pretty pricey. So I figured, you know what, some of them are hard to find. They're not as easy as others. And one of them that's this used to be somewhat common, actually. I used to see it in HMVs all the time. Now I can't find it anywhere. Is Screamers. It's a Roger Corman flick. And then finally, the reason why I picked up, well, I made this order in the first place, is out of print, impossible to find. Every time I managed to track it down, you know, as soon as I was able to get to, you know, home or to a computer type thing, to actually place the order, it was always sold out. So I'm guessing people saw it the same time that I did and ordered it, and it went away. So I think there may actually still be some copies of this available. So if you are interested in this, code red dvd.bigcartel.com to check, you know, hopefully whenever it's open. On the weekends, usually Friday through Sunday, I think is what he's doing right now. You might luck out and get it, and that is The House on Sorority Row. Classic film from the 80s. Yeah, this is the two disc set, and yeah, can't wait to dive into this. It's been forever since I've watched that. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about. Honestly, I can't. Well, there's some of them I've never seen Butcher Baker as far as I know. Screamers, I don't know if I've seen. Most of the other ones, like I said, Lady Stay Dead, and I don't know if I've seen Redeemer or not. It's, you know, I likely have, but just to be safe, I will set them aside. They may come up this year for my 31 Days of Horror. They may come up next year for my 31 Days of Horror. That's a long time to wait to watch a movie, but I got piles. I got to go through them. I got stuff that I've been on my 31 Days of Horror list to watch for probably 3 years now. So if you want to, just a reminder, come October, I do my 31 Days of Horror where I watch 31 horror films that I have never seen before during the 31 Days of October, or at least I try. I have not failed yet. I've come close to failing, but I've always managed to squeak it out, usually thanks to a film festival that happens in October. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's been a long one, so I've got to go answer those text messages before my lovely lady friend thinks that I've died. So Leslie, I am alive. Don't worry, I'm coming, baby. I will get to those text messages right away. Till next video, guys. Take care. Have a good one.